Hi, I'm Jaxson.
Hi, I'm Quinn.
Hi, I'm Julius.
We are making a base on Mars that can be fully sustainable, so that people can survive on Mars without outside help. We are going to be building the model of our base in Minecraft. The layout of the base is not finalized, but the basic components of the base are. The rooms we are going to have are an airlock, kitchen, farm, animal room, sleeping quarters, and storage. We are going to Mars because Mars is mostly undiscovered and we might find massive amounts of resources and/or life. Earth also sometime in the future may be inhabitable or too full to house any more humans.
We chose Mars because it has a carbon dioxide-rich atmosphere. It'd be easier to get oxygen with it, since plants and other machines, which we'll talk about later, can convert carbon dioxide, or CO2, into oxygen. Also, there are frozen pockets of water along the surface of Mars that can be heated up and used for our base. And also, there's a large temperature difference on the Moon. There's a 572 degrees Fahrenheit difference.
We're going to be sending 5 people to each having a specialty that is essential for living on Mars. Each person is going to be highly trained in their field and be a trained astronaut. We're going to send a farmer for plants and livestock. We're going to send an engineer to repair any damaged equipment. We're going to send a doctor. We're going to send a scientist so we can research Mars and everything it has to offer. And we're also going to send a chef to prepare meals for both crewmates and animals. We'll only provide enough beds for the crew.
We would mainly get our power from nuclear plants and solar panels. We're using nuclear power because it provides a reliable, powerful, and long-lasting source of energy that can be run constantly to stop long power outages that could be fatal to the crew. The plant can also run regardless of the weather on Mars. The reactors are also very efficient for its small size of just 11 feet tall, and the reactor core alone would be the size of a roll of paper towels, and the reactor component would be the size of a trash can. We are also using solar panels, which are going to be constantly running. While they are not as efficient as nuclear plants, combining them will supply our colony. The nuclear plant and solar panels will be above the ground and will be constantly running. The excess power will be stored in batteries for later use.
We will get our oxygen from a machine called the Mars Oxygen In-Situ Resource Utilization Experiment, or MOXIE for short. Right now, the machine is not large enough to produce enough oxygen for an entire colony, so we would have to make it almost 100 times the size it currently is for it to be enough for an entire colony. What MOXIE does is it pulls in oxygen from the Martian atmosphere, which is 90% carbon dioxide, filters it, compresses it, and then uses solid oxide electrolysis to break off some of the oxygen atoms, then store them, while sending the leftover carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere.
How are we going to get food? Mars is 138 miles away from the sun, while Earth is only 91 million miles away. It takes 8 minutes for light to get from the sun to Earth, while it takes sunlight to get to Mars 12 minutes. So there's considerably less sunlight there. In fact, Mars receives half the amount of sunlight than on Earth. Because of this, we are using artificial light which can grow our plants without having to use small amounts of sunlight from the sun. We're going to grow arugula, spinach, garlic, potatoes, parsley, raspberries, and blueberries. The reason why we chose these is because they require little to no sunlight, which will mean we can use less power to fuel the artificial sunlight. We'll also use the fences for our livestock to act as fertilizer, the feces from our livestock to act as fertilizer for the plants. To water the plants, we're going to use hydroponic systems, which is a way to water plants without using soil. Instead of soil, it dissolves the nutrients the plants need into water. It also is also very efficient because of all the water that has been used for the plants gets recycled and used again. The system even makes the plants grow 20% faster and yield 25% faster, more because the plants get easier access to nutrients.
The animals we will use. We are going to have chickens and sheep. The chickens will eat leftover scraps and provide meat, while the sheep will also provide meat, but then also provide wool to make clothes and other objects. We chose these animals because they have more than one purpose besides just harvesting them for food. Like the chicken can eat leftover food scraps from meals and make eggs, and the sheep will provide wool to make clothes.
How we are going to mainly get our we will mainly get our water from frozen ice pockets along the surface of Mars. We will build our base next to one of these ice pockets and connect a funnel that is heated to melt the ice and be sent to a spout where it can dispense water from. The water will also be connected to the farming and animal rooms, so you can easily get water in those rooms. You will need our water for hydration, of course, but also for planting crops, and hydrating the animals. Just taking it from Earth to Mars wouldn't work, as it would be way too expensive. Every gallon sent to space cost $83,000, and we need 2.5 gallons per day for a whole crew, not even including all the water we would need for plants and animals. And crew hygiene. We're going to look at Mars to find the largest ice pocket and that shouldn't be a problem because there's more than 5 million square kilometers of ice on Mars. And that is our reasons for choosing Mars. We're not